Welcome to another rugby video on the channel. My name is Andrew. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to help show your support. Click that notification button to be notified whenever I upload, and like the video as well to help the channel grow. And don't forget you can also follow me on Instagram if you're interested. Also, don't forget to comment and let me know your opinions at the end of the video. Welcome back to another video on the Rugby channel. Today we are going to be taking a look at the stadiums from the Rugby World Cup 2019 in Japan. Now I know if any of you are deciding to go over to Japan, you're going to want to check out the sites and you're going to want to see what your stadium is about. So this is an ideal video for you, and for also the ones that are curious where your team is going to be playing, then yeah, today we're going to check them out, so let's go. Okay, so first up we have the Sapporo Stadium. Located in the north of the country, Sapporo Stadium has a lot to offer. It holds over 41,000 capacity and is also home to a Japanese baseball team. The stadium also held the opening ceremony of the 2017 Asian Winter Games. This stadium will be holding two matches, one being from Group D and one being from Group C. These games being Australia vs Fiji and England vs Tonga. This stadium will be a great atmosphere for these games, especially being enclosed in the dome, so the sound will be absolutely electric. Okay, so next up we have the Kamaishi Unosumai Recovery Memorial Stadium. This stadium is located on the north coast of the country and is being created in memory of the 2011 tsunami and earthquake that hit the east of Japan, hence why it's known as the Recovery Stadium. The capacity of this ground is over 16,000 and was planned by the Rugby World Cup organisers as part of their efforts to help recover the city from the tsunami. This ground will hold two games, one being Fiji vs Uruguay in Group D, and the other being Namibia vs Canada from Group B. This ground has wonderful scenery all around it, as well as a little river surrounding the outside of it. Next up we have Kumagaya Rugby Stadium. This stadium is located in the middle of the country, and it will also be holding 3 games. The capacity of the stadium is 24,000. It is a massive sports complex holding loads of rugby fields, athletic tracks, as well as many other sporting needs. The 3 games it will be holding in the Rugby World Cup will be one from Pool A, which will be Russia vs Samoa, one from Pool D, Georgia vs Uruguay, and one from Pool C, Argentina vs the USA. The stadium really represents sports in Japan, with the size of it and its professionalism of the look. Next up we have Tokyo Stadium. This stadium is located on the western suburbs of Tokyo. The capacity is just under 50,000, and it is also home to J-League's football team, Tokyo. Tokyo Stadium will host 8 games as well as the opening ceremony of the 2019 Rugby World Cup. One of these 8 games will also be the bronze final, as well as 2 quarter-finals and the opening Rugby World Cup match, Japan vs Russia. The other games will be France vs Argentina, Australia vs Wales, England vs Argentina, and New Zealand vs Namibia. This arena is massive, and it is also an incredible sight for any rugby visiting fan to the Japan Rugby World Cup. Next up we have the International Stadium, Yokohama. This stadium is located less than an hour south of Tokyo. This will be the largest stadium in the 2019 Rugby World Cup, holding 72,327 people. It will also be holding 7 Rugby World Cup games, these being New Zealand vs South Africa, Ireland vs Scotland, England vs France, Japan vs Scotland, 2 semi-finals, as well as the Rugby World Cup final itself. So this being the home to the Rugby World Cup final, this will be a major must-see for any rugby visiting fan. So if you are travelling to Japan, make sure you add that to your to-do list. Next up we have Ogasayama Sports Park Ecopa. At least that's how I think it's said. This is located 275 kilometers away from Tokyo and holds over 50,000 people. This venue will be hosting 4 Rugby World Cup games, these games being from Groups A, B and D. The games being Japan vs Ireland, South Africa vs Italy, Scotland vs Russia, and Australia vs Georgia. This is a massive stadium and it's an amazing sight to see. Unfortunately though for the fans, I have noticed there is an athletic track running around the field, so you will be a fair bit away from the actual game, but each to their own. If you don't mind that, then this is a good stadium. Next up we have Oita Stadium. Oita Stadium is located in the middle of the country and is home to the J-League club Kumagaya Grampus, as well as a Japanese rugby club. The stadium can hold up to 45,000 fans, and will also be holding up to 4 Rugby World Cup matches, these being from groups D, B and A. The matches it will be holding are Wales vs Georgia, South Africa vs Namibia, Japan vs Samoa, and New Zealand vs Italy. One of the key points about this stadium is its closing roof, which is a really cool sight, because not many stadiums in rugby have this. Next up we have Higashi Osaka Stadium. This stadium is about 500 kilometers from Tokyo and is found on the outskirts of western Japan's city, Osaka. The stadium has a capacity of 30,000 and is also Japan's oldest rugby field. This stadium will be holding 4 games throughout the 2019 World Cup, these games being from B, C and D groups. These games being Italy vs Namibia, Argentina vs Tonga, Georgia vs Fiji, and the USA vs Tonga. One of the key points of this stadium is its old school look and its attractive open stands. The sheer view, as you can see in the picture above, is amazing from when you're at the top of the stadium, and the hills and mountains surrounding the stadium is also a great sight. So let's hope for great weather and a great game inside this spectacular stadium. Next up we have Misaki Park Stadium. This stadium is located in a place called Kobe, which is south of Japan. This stadium hosted 3 games in the FIFA 2002 World Cup and is also home to the J-League football team Vissel Kobe. The capacity of this stadium is 30,132, and one of its worth noting attractions is its retractable roof. This is another worth seeing stadium for any rugby union fans, as not many rugby grounds in the world have a retractable roof. Again, just like the previous stadium, the view from the top of the stadium is an amazing sight, seeing all the pitch and all its features. Next up we have Higashihirao Park Hakatanomori Stadium. That took a few takes to say. This stadium is located in the south of Japan and is located in a large sports park with tennis courts, archery fields and many other sporting grounds. The stadium has a capacity of 22,563 fans, and on a nice day is a really nice ground to visit. This stadium will be hosting 3 Rugby World Cup matches, these being Italy vs Canada, France vs USA, and Ireland vs Samoa. These games all being from groups B, C and A. Next up we have Umakana Yokana Stadium. This stadium is located south of Japan and is home to the Rosu Kumamoto soccer team. The capacity of this ground is 32,000 and it will also be holding 2 Rugby World Cup matches, these being from groups C and D, and these games being France vs Tonga and Wales vs Uruguay. One notable thing about this stadium is the athletic track again surrounding the pitch, this one being a lot bigger than the previous stadium, so if you are a fan going to watch any games held here, the pitch will probably be quite a fair bit away, further than the one you have seen before. So please don't be disappointed, I have warned you. Next up we have Oita Stadium, which is actually the final stadium in this list, as well as my favourite. This stadium has the capacity of 40,000 and is located on the south coast of Japan. One worth notable thing about this stadium is that it has a retractable roof, and that it will also be holding 5 Rugby World Cup games. These of course being New Zealand vs Canada, Australia vs Uruguay, Wales vs Fiji, and then 2 quarterfinals. I picked this as my favourite stadium is because of its futuristic design as well as retractable roof. The sheer size of the stadium came into it as well, as I think it would be a really big sports arena to go and visit. If you could just imagine seeing this stadium at night all lit up, it would be an amazing sight. Well, at least I think so anyway. That is going to be the end of the video though. Thanks for watching everyone. Make sure you don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed today's video. It was really fun making this one. It was a little bit different as well, seeing all the stadiums that we'll be seeing during the World Cup. Make sure you comment as well, let me know what your favourite stadium in this list is, as well as let me know what your favourite stadium is in general. It's interesting to hear all your stories and thoughts. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to be up to date with all my videos as well. Once again, thanks for watching, and I will see you in next week's video.